Check one, check two. That's better. Hello, hello. Let me know if you can hear me. We are live. This is show number 74, maybe 75. I don't know. I'll have to check on that. But in any case, so you know the agenda for tonight. We're going to be performing the Red Album from God Street Wine from 1995. And thank you for the thumbs up. Yeah, please click the like button. Please click the share, and let your friends know in whatever way is the best way to let them know that this is happening. If they want to see me perform Red, I really appreciate your spreading the word like that. And I'm going to be performing the album from top to bottom, beginning to end, and I might do one or two more at the very end if you're still around. I've got a Paradise Park. It's a New Orleans beer. And I love you, Matt Lang. I have a few pictures to show you. We'll get to that, maybe halfway through the album or something, have a little intermission. But just for starters, many of you already really know the story, but in case you don't, Red was a very special album for God Street Wine. We had been signed a big record deal in 1993, and then we made our first major album for Geffen, $1.99 Romances. We were very excited about it, and then that deal just kind of went bad and didn't work out. And to their credit, they were very decent about it, and they let us go. They didn't keep us, sort of in limbo, which happens to bands sometimes. But they let us go, and we were independent. And we were feeling sort of just a rush of defiance, and we didn't know whether we were still going to have a career after that fiasco. And we just we had this idea that we wanted to do everything independent, and we wanted a total change of scenery, both, literally and musically. And so we didn't want to go into a studio. We had a sort of tense experience in the studio the first time. And so we built basically a recording setup in our house in Ossining, New York. And we did that with the help of our sound guy, Brian Duffy, and our recording engineer, Malcolm Springer. And we recorded all new songs. We didn't record any of the songs that we had been playing live on tour. And it was just a very, very different kind of experience. And there was nothing corporate about it. There was no industry around. It was just us and hanging out in our house. And it was really quite special, actually. And I posted on Facebook earlier today that it's kind of ironic because a lot of the songs on Red are very dark, which was also different for us at the time. We were known for being the happy, peppy, funky jam band, and then on Red we have all these kind of dark songs that we're going to hear tonight. But the experience of making it was so happy and positive that I know that we all still have a warm feeling about it. And I'll just say one more thing about it before I start playing, but we decided to take an approach which is not often taken in making records, but we knew that the Beatles did it, and we all admired the Beatles, and so we decided we wanted to record a song at a time. In other words, often when you make records, what you do is you record the band tracks, the live tracks, then you do all the guitar overdubs, then you do all the vocals, then you do all the percussion, and it's kind of more assembly line. We wanted to just take each song and put everything on it and then mix it and just not work on any other songs until that song was finished. So we'd take Get on the Train, and we did everything for Get on the Train and mixed Get on the Train and so on, then on to the next song. And it's really a different mentality, and we were very focused on each individual song. And it also may be why a lot of the songs on Red sound so different from each other, because for each song, you know, for a day or 2 or 3 days, however long it took to make it, we were just immersed in the world of that song. And okay, so I thought for a special treat, I would actually open the show with something that is not on Red. But we used to go down, while we were living in our house in Ossining, New York, we used to go down to this bar in White Plains called the Fore and Aft. And we played there a bunch, and sometimes we'd just go there to hang out if somebody else we knew was playing there. And we wrote this song live on stage at the Fore and Aft, about the Fore and Aft. So some of you will know what I'm playing now. There's a barracuda on the stage of the Fore and Aft, hanging right above Aaron's head. There's a barracuda on the stage of the Fore and Aft, hanging right above Aaron's head. There's a barracuda on the stage of the Fore and Aft, and you know that barracuda is dead. There's a barracuda on the stage of the Fore and Aft, hanging right above Aaron's head. Said there's a barracuda on the stage of the Fore and Aft, hanging right above Aaron's head. Said there's a barracuda on the stage of the Fore and Aft, and you know that barracuda is dead. All right, and now let's do the Red album and start off with Get on the Train. And by the way, the Red album begins with a mistake, and here it is. Does that sound familiar? That's me playing the E ninth chord, but I'm still in drop D, so I need to fix that. And on the album, we just left that. Anyway, here we go. Get on the train. Get on the train. Oh, get on the train. Get on the train. Oh, get on the train. Well, Mama's in the kitchen with a steak knife, showing her sister how she slices the meat, and Dad is on the phone with his first wife, saying I'd like to come home, but she cut off my feet, and it's all going out of control. Little brother fell down a hole, and we can't fishing out, and I have no doubt that we ain't seen the worst of this heat. Police sergeant came by to call, shot 17 holes in the wall, got mud on the rug in the hall, and said, that's what I think of your cooking. And little brother finally came in from the rain, and in a loud voice began to complain, and it might have been bleeding, possibly in pain, but I don't know, I wasn't looking. Get on the train. Oh, get on the train. Get on the train. Oh, get on the train. And then the dog got tired, laid down in the ditch. He said, here's what I do if I ever get rich. Gonna take off this collar and get me a bitch and run where my master says heel. And I said, you're just a dog, man, and you eat chopped meat from a tin can. And the dog said, the ditch and the collar are a dream, but the bitch in my head is for real. And then we all took the car and went for a drive, and Mama trapped tiny flies and ate them alive, and said I'd do what I must in order to survive. But to me she sounded like she was dying. And we pulled the car over on the roadside. I'd spot her was to marry my new bride, and then she was stripped naked and hog-tied, saying, boy, stand still and stop crying. Get on the train. Oh, get on the train. Get on the train. Oh.
shooting up junk at me. I have in the bottom of my trunk some old letters in a dirty magazine. And not 24 hours a day, we got night and the sun setting, man, it didn't seem right. The pressure always having to burn so bright. And I said, yes, I know what you mean. And the train moves on in the dark. We try to make fire from a spark. My new bride dies and mama she cries, cause the worst kind of stain is from blood. And it's all going out of control. And I curl up on a telephone pole and looks across the plain and says, no, not again, I barely survived the first flood. Get on the train. Whoa, get on the train. Get on the train. Oh, get on the train. Said, all right, and we are off. And from something very raucous, with Get on the Train, we went next to something very acoustic and delicate with Red and Milky White. And this was the most acoustic type song that we had recorded up until that point in time. And I love the part that Aaron put down on lap steel. Some people didn't like this song because they thought it was too sexual. And I would always tell those people that it was just their imagination and they had a dirty mind. But they were right. Ooh, all the places she will take you. Ooh, all the good things she will make you. She will open your door. She will sneak inside. She will fix herself a drink of all the tears you've cried on. And she She will come, come, come. She will come in the darkness or even in the light. Yeah, she will come, come, come. She will come, and she will roll over, all red and milky white. Ooh, all the dreams you will discover. Ooh, all the soft spots she'll uncover. She will open your door. She will sneak inside and fix herself a drink from all the tears you've cried. She will come, come, come. She will come in the darkness or even in the light. Yeah, she will come, come, come. She will come, and she will roll over, all red and milky white. Roll over, yeah. Feels so good, just like they said it would. Roll over, yeah, to the edge of the bed. She leaves you there for dead. She's deep inside your head, so milky white and red. And she will take her time to undress your mind. And she will feel so bad, and you will act so kind. And you will live on the street and beg for change. And when you see her through a window, she will look so strange. And she will come, come, come. She will come in the darkness or even in the light. Yeah, she will come, come, come. She will come, and she will roll over, all red and milky white. Roll over, yeah. Feels so good, just like they said it would. Roll over, yeah. Come on, everybody, do you feel alright? She's rolling over tonight. She's red and milky white, and she will come, and she will come, and she will come. No words are right, all good enough for you. And no comparisons will quite ring true. But when I'm standing up, only you can make me fall. You're just a miracle and that's all. And I remember the love we had, how you made me feel this way before. And I remember you hurt me bad, but I think I might be back for more. Whoa, and I gotta know, are you for real this time? Or are you just trying to make me lose my mind? Do you really wanna love me again, or just bring me down like you did way back when? Are you for real this time? I got a family and friends, it's true. I got some money and a guitar too. Thought I was happy with all the girlfriends that I knew. But right now, all I want is you. And I think you might be all I need if you love me now and then. But I know you might just make me down again. Whoa, and I gotta know, are you for real this time? Or are you just trying to make me lose my mind? Do you really wanna love me again, or just break her down like you did way back when? Are you for real this time? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So many hours spent watching the moon, long, lonely night after long afternoon, yeah. So many hours spent calling your name, each night of silence exactly the same, yeah. But you could make it all worthwhile if you just look at me and smile, and I can leave it all behind if you're for real this time, yeah. No one's alright, all good enough for you. And no comparisons will quite ring true. But if you think you might want me, you better be sure, 'cause you broke my heart once and I can't take no more. It's still time to lock that door. And I remember the love we had, how you made me feel this way before. And I remember you hurt me bad, but I think I might be back for more. Whoa, and I gotta know, are you for real this time? Or are you just trying to make me lose my mind? You really wanna love me again, or just bring me down like you did way back when? Are you for real this time? This time, this time, this time, this time. Ooh, I want you, I want you, I want you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now I need to hold you tight all through the night. this thing I feel just gotta be real this time. Angel, cover me, release me now with your kiss. Danger, burn me, return me home with your kiss. And for you I have peace, and for you I have peace. Angel, the day is done. Come make me one with your kiss. River runs so deep, let me sleep now in your kiss. And for you I have peace, and for you I have peace.
Howie asks, why did this song get published as Untitled Take Two instead of Angel? I don't know. It's just a decision we made at the time. I think in my mind, Untitled Take Two was like not even all the way to being a song. It was more of an interlude. You know, I didn't want to, excuse me while I fiddle with my loop pedal. I didn't want to make something so much out of it that involved putting a title onto it. I wanted it to just be untitled. You know, it was just really a mood, and I thought it would be nice for us to throw in live, and then just to throw in on the album as a release. Well, next up, we have one of my favorite ones, and I'm going to play it on the Telecaster, and it's one that I've rearranged more recently, and if you guys will permit me, I want to play the version of it that I do more recently, because I think it's better, and it's just real well suited for solo guitar, and you know, I've added some different chords to it. It's still the same song, it's the same sentiment. The arrangement of Which Way Will She Go on the Red album, you know, it was very influenced by U2, especially the Joshua Tree and Achtung Baby albums. You know, I really dug the production on those albums. But I like playing Which Way Will She Go this way with the solo guitar, and it actually does kind of bring the song out more.
She's like the stars and the moon and the sun smiling down upon the ocean. She don't know what she's doing. She's a river running over emotion. But she's got no boat to row, got no horn to blow. Oh, which way will she go? She is nothing but perfection, and wisely she makes me pay for it. She can't live without my affection, and my heart, she has nothing to say for it. But she just collects her due. She'll go lie down when she's through. Oh, what will she do? She's a highway through the desert, stretching into infinity, lined by telephone wires. She is the storm at the top of the mountain, and she has no mercy on fools and liars. And sometimes she just runs round. She's lost in the middle of town. Whoa, when will she go down? will she go? Whoa, 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 whoa. Which way will she go? She don't answer when I call. She goes on building her wall and standing so tall. Oh, how hard will she fall? She's a tiger in a cage, and she tears apart all the meat you throw her. She has trouble acting her age, and she laughs at all the pictures you show her. Her fire don't burn slow. There's things she'd rather not know. Oh, which way will she go? Oh, which way will she go? Oh, which way will she go? Well, I'm drinking a Paradise Park American lager brewed right here in New Orleans. And that is that's the halfway point of the album. So I thought I would take this opportunity to Bill Benson has to run to work. Well, okay. Glad you could join us for this time, Bill Benson. And yeah, you can watch the rest on YouTube. In case you just happened upon this live stream, by the way, my name's Lo Faber. I used to play for many years in a band called God Street Wine. Now I make music under the name Dr. Lo. And I have one album out under Dr. Lo called Bottomland. And I have another one coming out in a few months. And I live stream every Thursday night at 8 and every Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And I wanted to show you guys a couple pictures that Michael Weiss sent me earlier today. And you know, pictures were different in 1995. We didn't have these phones that all had cameras in them. So like you still had to take pictures and get them developed somewhere. You know, take pictures on film. And so there weren't as many pictures. But we were talking about our band Cat, a cat named Bob, and there were a lot of mice in our house, and fortunately Bob was a good mouser, and so I wanted to show you an action shot of Bob, and this was taken by Michael during the making of the Red album. There's Bob. As you can see, he's a handsome ginger cat, and he is toying with a mouse right there. And that is, I think, under the console. You can see some wires, probably some mic cables. And actually there's another action shot of Bob, if I can show you here. There he is again, and you see the cables and the mouse in midair in that one. And Bob looking pretty bloodthirsty, I would say. And you know,
it doesn't turn out well for the mouse, I don't think. But anyway, that was happening during the making of Red. That's part of what was going on in the house. And I do have 2 pictures that Michael sent me of the console in our studio setup. And so this one is, you can see in the foreground John's piano. And you can see on the left, that's Malcolm Springer with the blonde hair and ponytail. And Malcolm, we first met in Memphis when we were recording $1.99 Romances. He was the assistant engineer. And we became good friends with him, and we still are. And we brought Malcolm up to Ossining to record Red with us. It was his first time up in the New York area. Malcolm is from Missouri, and so it was an adventure. It was a real adventure. On the right, I believe that has to be Brian Duffy. Their back is turned. I don't think it's a band. I don't think it's one of the band members. I'm pretty sure that's Brian Duffy, who built, all this carpentry, this whole desk. He built out of pine and plywood to put our console and our ADATs on and everything. And the next one is, this is the only picture I know of me from the back during the recording of Red. And you can see I'm wearing the red and white striped shirt that my wife used to call the pirate shirt. And I'm holding the PRS, and there's Malcolm again, sitting in a desk chair in front of the console in our house. And so this was probably me overdubbing a guitar solo or a little extra, some extra guitar on one of the songs. I have no idea, but that's what it looked like. It wasn't as easy to record at home now as it is now. You still had to record on tape. They didn't have, Pro Tools and Logic and all that kind of stuff. So we had to buy ADAT machines, which were digital tape recorders. We had 4 of them. We named them John, Paul, George, and Ringo. You can see them down in the lower left there. I don't know. It's pretty dark, but anyway, that's a couple pictures of us recording Red. And it was in summer 1995, and it was very hot. And I always think of the heat, particularly with this next song. And we didn't have any air conditioning in the house. It was in Westchester, New York, so it was not necessary most of the year. It just happened when we were recording. Some of the days were really, really hot. And at the beginning of Chop, you hear Aaron play his little slide guitar riff, and you can just hear how hot it is. I have no idea how that works, but listen to the record, and you'll just see it was so hot. But we were all just like wearing shorts and drinking beer, and it was fine.
sister, don't you keep your belly hid. I said, get up, middle sister, do me like you did. Get up, middle sister, don't you keep your belly hid. No, no, no. Good morning, mother shaker, do me like you did. Morning, mother shaker, gotta take off that cookie jar lid. Good morning, mother shaker, do me like you did. Good morning, mother shaker, gotta take off that cookie jar lid. Uh-huh. Gonna chop, chop, chop your cherry tree down. Chop it down to the ground. Yes, you're gonna chop, chop, chop your cherry tree down. Chop it down to the ground. Good morning, Miss July. Lay down and close your eyes. Good morning, Miss July. It's time to open up your prize. I say good morning, Miss July. Lay down and close your eyes. Good morning, Miss July. It's time to open up your prize. Yes, it is. Get up, Johnny Daniels, do me like you do. Get up, Johnny Daniels, don't go home with Sister Sue. Get up, Johnny Daniels, do me like you do. Get up, Johnny Daniels, don't go home with Sister Sue. No, no, no. Chop, chop, chop your cherry tree down. Chop it down to the ground. Yes, I'm gonna chop, chop, chop your cherry tree down. Chop it down to the ground. Chop it down to the ground. Down to the ground. Down to the ground. Chop it down to the ground. Down to the ground.
Louis Smith. 20 years later, all of these songs stand up. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. I'm going to do the first of 2 John Bevo songs on the record. This was also the record where John Bevo kind of emerged as another songwriter in the band. And he wrote this one, which is called Don't Tell God. And he wrote one that I'm going to play later called Made of Blood. And he also wrote Twitchin', which is one of the first songs that he ever wrote, which was an outtake. Didn't end up on the album, although we did record it. That's for you, Howie. The sun fell through the bedroom window. Teenage bed, she lowered her head. She thought back to long ago before she was led. Stripped of all the life she'd know, on a teenage bed she lowered her head. A key turned in the front door and she fled. Set the beat of mind. He closed her eyes to fantasize, wishing for a man who would never cry. Another day to put behind. She closed her eyes to fantasize, wishing she could shrink to half her size. At the end of the day, when she doesn't want to play, he picks up the knife to take his life. He falls to his knees, but he don't know what to say, 'cause he's too young. He's too young to pray. Don't tell God what I'm trying to do to you. Don't tell God, 'cause he won't believe it's true. The sun fell through the bedroom window. On his bed he'd have to beg. She understand what was in his head. Did he care for friend or foe? On his bed he'd have to beg. He deserved what he got, her clothes he shed. In this world,
He took his prize, still satisfied. No one understood where he lied. His life had not begun. He took his prize, still satisfied. Waited for someone to call from outside. And when she goes away, he don't know what to say. An empty threat was lost, so the knife he tossed. He falls to his knees and he reaches in the air, 'cause he's too young. He's too young to care. Tell God what I'm trying to do to you. Don't tell God, 'cause he won't believe it's true. At the end of the day, when he doesn't want to play, he picks up the knife to take his life. And he falls to his knees and he reaches in the air, 'cause he's too young. He's too young to care. Don't tell God what I'm trying to do to you. Don't tell God, 'cause he won't believe. He won't believe it's true. 'Cause he won't believe. He won't believe it's true. 'Cause he won't believe. He won't believe it's true.
The girl in the car hit the wall at the speed of sound. The sun in the sky woke up, blinked and turned around. The boy in the dirt fell asleep with his face on the ground. The mother turned over just in time to see her daddy drown. Whoa, you can read it in the daily news. That girl was on fire. Whoa, check the oil and replace the fuse. That girl was on fire. You ain't right, babe. You look looking way too thin. This is war now, babe, and I'm gonna win. The ringing in her ears got so high no matter what she did. The smile on her face told a lie to the neighbor's kid. The picture on the wall of the guy in the rock and roll band. Felt her footsteps in the hall and the dry touch of baby's hand. Oh, she was frightened of the telephone. That girl was on fire. Oh, daddy never let her sleep alone. That girl was on fire. You ain't right, babe. You're looking way too thin. This is war now, babe, and I'm gonna win. Maybe lovers stumble towards a silver moon, talk trivialities and sing out of tune. Bourbon breath, sandy toes and ocean spray, lost summer evening as bright as day. Weary lovers hesitate, drift apart, then meet once more. Two silhouettes on the sandy shore. Maybe fingers press, maybe legs caress. Forgetful tongues their plans confess. And I lie curled up in the doorstep of the gray sea. And the sky counts possibilities, thinking maybe. Sometimes the stars burn close within my reach, and sometimes they crash to pieces on the beach. One kiss, an experiment, a test. Damp shirt reveals one button breast. Lovers come together, thoughtless at last. Maybe all things possible will come to pass. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe, maybe. Midnight of her dreams, a voice it seems is whispering maybe. And in the gulf of his desire, a voice comes through the fire whispering maybe. And I lie in my reveries, my head upon my knees, thinking maybe. And late at night here on the dune, you can hear the moon, thinking maybe. kid on the swing today. Asked me if I had any games to play. I said, let's get married and kill some days. Serve our breakfast on a silver tray. And I gave that kid my family ring as I continued to sing. And that kid wore that fancy ring, but forgot something at the bottom of the swing. I went on to another song. The kid went back to swing till dawn. All of a sudden my heart went wrong. I shut my eyes to wait for the storm. The moon, it shook beneath my hands. It's made of blood. I'll still drive across the land. It's made of blood. What'd your daddy tell you? What'd your daddy say? What'd your daddy do before he ran away? When you're done the swing, you can still have my ring. It's still made of blood. That kid must soon get off that ride, or forever look for somewhere to hide. Sit on the beach and wait for the tide, or fill up a void of invisible pride. And I'll be patient out on the sea and wait until that beach is free. Sneak on back behind some tree. Wait until that kid feels me. And one day I'll go to that swing and I'll sit down and ride. I'll look down for what the kid didn't bring and see my reflection engraved on a ring. The moon, it shook beneath my hands. It's made of blood. I'll still drive across the land. It's made of blood. What'd your daddy tell you? What'd your daddy say? What'd your daddy do before he ran away? When you're done the swing, you can still have my ring. It's still made of blood. Tell me the story that isn't true. Give away what made me love you. I won't be another fool. I'm so in love with what is cruel. So cruel, it made me love you. So cruel, it made me love you. It made me love you. It made me love you. And when it's all said and done, I hope love won't run. It's made of blood. That's Made of Blood by John Bevo. I see there's... I haven't paid attention to the comments in a while. You know, I guess I got real into playing that whole sequence. Don't Tell God, Girl on Fire, Maybe, Made of Blood. Yeah, they just
go real nice one into another. Yeah, I suspected there might be some mention in the comments of Upper Darby, and I have to tell you that I'm not really prepared to play Upper Darby. I think like we recorded that in one day, and then we forgot about it, and like I listened to it once, maybe like a couple of years ago, and I was like, wow, this was a song. Scotty Oddie, sorry I'm late. No problem, man. You're always welcome, anytime. So we got one more song on Red, and this one we did as a reggae vibe because all of us, but me and Tomo especially, we were in love with reggae, and particularly with old school, roots reggae. We used to go hunting it out in the rarities bins in record stores and so on. And so we made not only the musical style, but really the production style of this song on the record was a tip of the cap to some of that early, real kind of hardcore reggae that we used to like. Tomo and I, and as teenagers, when I was still on bass, like in high school, we played in a number of bands, and we were like a bass and drums reggae rhythm section. That was our thing. And so we didn't really have that in God Street Wine, but this song, When the White Sun Turns to Red, was the tip of the cap to that. And it's kind of a gospel song as well. So sometimes we played it as a slow gospel song as well. And yeah, Bunny Whaler, aka Neville Livingston, just passed away the other day, and it's a huge loss, but it's an amazing life in music. Grew up in Trenchtown with Bob Marley, admired American doo-wop and Motown groups from a very, very early age. Started the Wailers when they were teenagers, and went on to world stardom, and then made one of the most amazing albums of all time, Blackheart Man, as a solo. Anyway, thank you so much for listening to this stream, by the way. And I'll be back, of course, as always, on Sunday afternoon for the Sunday afternoon hippie gospel love hour. If you're able to leave a tipping information is at the bottom of your screen for Venmo and PayPal. And I do greatly appreciate it. That's my income these days, pretty much. And I'm very fortunate that people do tip, and I never take it for granted. And of course, if you can't, I'm happy to have you here anyway. Come, my beautiful Amy, come, lay down your sweet head. We'll go out to play in the fields of Galilee. We'll fade away when the white sun turns to red. Hills of green, we'll go right in, brother and sister under the moon. Everywhere we've been still looks the same. Play the game, we'll be home soon. Love you too, Suzanne. Come, my beautiful Amy. Come, lay
your sweet head. We'll go out to play in the fields of Galilee. We'll fade away when the white sun turns to. So many years we've been waiting for this lonely night to come to an end. So many tears we've been crying. Stop lying, my only friends. Na 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 na. 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 Na 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 na. Come, my beautiful Amy. Come, lay down your sweet head. Go out to play in the fields of Galilee. We'll fade away when the white sun turns to red. Come, my beautiful Amy. Come, lay down your sweet head. We'll go out to play in the fields of Galilee. We'll fade away when the white sun turns to red. Whew. Did I used to play in drop D? I don't play live with the band so much in drop D because I don't play those bass notes as much. You know, when you play with a bassist, you let the bassist play the low notes. But when I play solo, I play a lot with drop D, and that's good for the key of D. It's also good for the key of G, and it's also good for the key of A. And I can get my A with a little thumb action here. And then I have the low D for the 4 chord, you know. So A, G, and D is good keys for drop D. And so I get more low notes with the drop D. People want to hear twitching. I don't know. Twitching, those arms grinding, her teeth are racing, boyfriend's long gone, feeling her way to what she hoped she would be, lying to herself to keep a fantasy. I can't figure out what it is she said, lying Sunday morning, the first time in her bed. I can't figure out what it is she needs. Is it a goodnight kiss or something to make her bleed? Sweating from the sun in the window, thinking about when to let go. Down, la da 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 down, down, down. I can't figure out what it is she said, lying Sunday morning, the first time in her bed. I can't figure out what it is she needs. Is it a goodnight kiss or something to make her bleed? Take away my something Take away my years, take away my hopefulness.
Oh, this is terrible. Sorry, John. I don't have those lyrics down at all. But that'll have to do for Twitchin'. We have peanut butter jar, upside down, inside out. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. Save those requests for the request streams. And right now, I'm gonna do one. I want to do a Bunny Wailer song for y'all. And this is one of my favorite songs from that album, Blackheart Man, which was such an inspiration to me. And by the way, this song is very apropos. It really expresses the way I play these live streams for y'all. Because it's kind of like we're meeting outside of time and space in some bizarre dreamland. I'm glad you listened to it, Brian.
There's a land that I have heard about so far across the sea. There's a land that I have heard about so far across the sea. To have you all in my dreamland would be like heaven to me. To have you all in my dreamland would be like heaven to me. We'll get our breakfast from the tree. We'll get our honey, yeah, from the bee. We'll take a ride on the waterfall, and all the glories, we'll have them all. To have you all in my dreamland, we'll have so much fun. We'll live together in that dreamland and have so much fun. Oh, what a time that will be. Oh yeah, we'll wait and see. We'll count the stars, up in the sky, and surely will never die. Time that will be. Ooh yeah, we'll wait, wait, wait and see. We'll count the stars up in the sky, and surely we'll never die, and surely we'll never die, and surely we'll never die.
Thanks, Bunny, for all the inspiration and all the music. And thanks, y'all, for checking out the Red live stream. This is the third GSW album I've done, and they're always fun to do, and I really appreciate your support. Oh, hey, Mark. Hey, Greg. Thanks, you guys. Hey, Meg. Boris, Brian, Doug Tucker, Emil. Yeah, really appreciate you guys. Every Thursday, 8 p.m., every Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. You know I will be back on Sunday. I'm going to give you guys a new little video treat tomorrow morning to tide you over for the weekend till I see you on Sunday. Cheers. Stay strong, stay calm, stay sane, stay safe. Love, peace, respect. So long.